Let's take a look at evaluating algebraic expressions. First problem, we have negative 3p squared minus 4p plus 3, and we want to evaluate for p is equal to negative 2. Okay. Now, first thing we do with evaluating is we go through and replace our variables with parentheses. Now, everything else in the problem remains exactly the same. We just replace the variable with sets of parentheses. So you notice the negative 3 is still there, the squared, the minus 4, the plus 3. I just replace the p's with parentheses. Now, whatever number is right here is now where we're going to plug in to the parentheses. So I'll put in negative 2 here and negative 2 here. And then you follow your order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We do what's inside the parentheses. There's nothing to do inside the parentheses. Excuse, exponents. So we'll do this negative 2 squared. Well, negative 2 squared gives us positive 4. And everything else carries down. Please excuse my dear, multiplication division. So negative 3 times 4 gives us negative 12. My dear, multiplication division, we got another one here. So we got negative 12, negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8, plus 3. Aunt Sally, addition and subtraction. Negative 12 plus 8, that's going to give us negative 4, plus 3. And then we have one more. Negative 4 plus 3 gives us negative 1. Let me just double check everything real quick here. Yeah, that's right. And let's take a look at this problem. So we've got 5y minus z plus x over x minus y. And plugging in x equals 2, y is equal to negative 3, z is equal to negative 1. We're going to go through and we'll replace our variables with parentheses. Everything else remains exactly the same. I'm just going through replacing the variables with sets of parentheses. So notice 5 is still there, the minus, the plus, the fraction symbol, the minus down below. Well, now we said x was 2, so everywhere we had an x, we'll put in a 2. We said y is negative 3, so everywhere I had a y, I'll put in negative 3. And we said z is negative 1, so everywhere I have a z, I'll put in a negative 1. Okay. Order of operations says do the top part, do the bottom part, then handle the fraction. Well, I got some shortcuts I can apply before I start simplifying too much. Here we got a negative negative, that becomes a plus 1. That parentheses doesn't mean anything, so I can drop it. Down below, we have negative negative, that becomes a plus. Okay, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, up on top. There's nothing to do inside the parentheses, so I go on to please excuse exponents. No exponents. My dear, multiplication division. Well, first one I notice is this 5 times negative 3. So that's going to give us negative 15 plus 1 plus 2. And down below, I'm following order of operations there. Well, there's nothing to do but add those together. 2 plus 3 is 5. Back up on top, negative 15 plus 1 is negative 14 plus 2 over 5. And negative 14 plus 2 gives us negative 12 over 5. Now, there's nothing I can do with that fraction, so I'll leave that as is. Now, let me go through and double check. Negative 15, negative 14, negative 12. Okay, and then x minus y, 2 minus 5. Okay. Let's take a look at our third example. We got a squared minus 5b squared. And we got a is equal to negative 2, and b is equal to negative 3. I'm going to go through and replace my variables with parentheses. Everything else remains exactly as is. Squareds, the 5, the minus. Well, we said A was -2, so put -2 in for the A. We said B was -3, so I'll put -3 in for the B. Now I'm going to follow my order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please do what's inside the parentheses. There's nothing to do inside the parentheses. Please excuse exponents. So I'll do this -2 to the second power first. Well, -2 times -2 gives us 4, and everything else carries down. Still on the exponents, here's a -3 squared. So we got 4 minus 5 times -3 times -3 gives you a +9. My dear, multiplication division. Here's 5 times 9. It's going to give us 45. Aunt Sally, addition and subtraction. 4 minus 45 gives us -41. And let me double check everything. 4, 9, minus, or no, 4, -2 squared is 4. 4 minus 9 times 5 is -45. Okay, that looks right.